Guys, so I'm making some chili right now, and I decided that I'm going to do it on camera. So this is going to be, actually it is a chili topping, but for my linguine pasta, I decided to have the linguine for lunch instead of dinner, because you're supposed to eat like certain foods earlier in the day so that you can like digest it faster. For example, like if you're having carbs and fiber, it's better to have them earlier if it's possible. So yeah, I'm starting with some extra lean ground beef. It's pretty good. So what I did here is I put some paprika and black pepper, and that was it for the seasoning. So that's what the ground beef looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of, I can't believe it's not butter. 1. This is what it looks like. And you only need 1 teaspoon of that. I'm going to put it back on the stove. I'll take it off for a minute. And I did spray canola oil earlier, so that when I first added it, it wouldn't stick. I'm going to cook this on low because it's extra lean. So I put it on 3. And the water in the back of the linguine is starting to boil up, so I'm going to add the linguine soon. I use Healthy Harvest whole wheat linguine. And yeah. Okay, so this is what the extra lean ground beef looks like while it's cooking. Let me turn the light on here. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Add the linguine in. A little over a pound of extra lean ground beef, and I still have half of it in here. So I only used half today, and actually the amount that it is going to make is probably going to end up being like 3 servings, so this could last me 3 days for lunch. Back to the ground beef cooking, and right now I'm just going to cut up some vegetables. One other thing, the ground beef, it takes about 15 minutes to cook in my non-stick frying pan, and I did add 1 teaspoon of butter, but honestly I think I could have added less, because now I'm seeing there's quite a bit of liquid at the bottom of this pan. So 1 teaspoon, you can put maybe half, and it'll be just as good. Cut up some fresh parsley, some green pepper, red pepper, onion, mushrooms, and garlic, and I'm going to add it to the beef. Just added all the vegetables in. I'm about to add my tomato sauce. It was frozen, so yeah, that's why it looks like this. But this is a crushed tomato in a can. You can get that at your local grocery. Okay, so I've just added the crushed tomato. As you can hear, it's a little frozen. Just a tiny bit, because I thawed it out earlier in the morning. This is the half of the tomato, can of tomatoes that I had left behind from the last chili that I had made. So now I get to use it in my pasta sauce. This is what the can actually looks like. I don't know if you can see that, but diced tomato, kind of dark. So yeah, this dish is really colorful. I really like it. So one thing that you do have to remember is that everything counts for calories. So don't think that just because you added some tomatoes and you added some onions and you added some red peppers and green peppers and all these vegetables that you're fine. Each of those things actually count for calories. And I'm going to put the calorie count of this whole entire meal and everything that I use at the end of this video, so that you know how many calories exactly is in it. And that's the one thing you have to keep in mind, is everything counts. That little teaspoon of butter I use, that counts. The spray that I use, that counts. The beef counts. And yeah. So this is what it's looking like. I'm going to let it simmer for a while, and then I'm going to add the beans to it. So I'm going to add half dark red kidney beans and half beans and tomato sauce. And yeah, so this is going to be a very large amount of sauce, of like chili. And this should last me maybe 3 days. 3 days, that's a lot, 3 days. So I can have like chili for lunch. Alright, so my camera battery just died, so I had to charge it for a bit. What I was saying was you can use this for chili for lunch or some sort of thing like that, or you can make a chili like spaghetti topping, like pasta sauce basically. It works really good, like it tastes so good on top of some linguine, which I finished. And that's the whole wheat linguine. So half of the beans and tomato sauce and half of the kidney beans, I'm going to freeze that because I'm not going to use this probably until the end of next week maybe, or the beginning of the next week. And then I'm going to calculate up everything else that was added in here. And yeah, it's going to be a bit of a rough estimate because I can't necessarily tell you right on the dot how many calories is in like the quarter of an onion that I cut, and you know what I mean. So yeah, this simmer for about 20 minutes. This is what it looks like, guys. This is what it looks like. I love it. So my spaghetti dinner. Now of course we don't want to have too much linguine on the plate because linguine does have high calories, even though it is whole wheat. You do have to be careful. So what I did, it's 310 calories per a quarter of the box, right? And you guys see the size of this box, right? And it's still, I have a lot more left in here. I believe, yeah, I have a quarter left in there because I've been using that box for quite a while now. And so today I cooked, this is how much is left in the pot. So as you can see, that's a lot cooked, right? This is my plate. Let me see if I can get some light on this plate. A lot of beans in there. It's really saucy. This is really good, and it's very healthy, high in fiber, protein, of course. And yeah, remember what I said though, it's always good to eat this kind of meal as your lunch and not your dinner, because if you eat it earlier in the day, your body's able to process it better. So I would suggest that you eat something like this during the day, and like for dinner have salmon, something kind of lighter, some spinach, some salad with your food or that sort of thing, some lean chicken, those types of things you should have for dinner. But like high fiber things you should have for lunch. That's my meal. I'm excited and I'm gonna go eat. Peace.